The one I remember was I was at Grandma Rokey's house, and she was hemming a dress for me, and she may have even made the dress, or maybe it was a store-bought dress and it needed to be hemmed. But I was on some kind of a little stool or a box or whatever, and I wasn't standing still at all, which is hard to imagine. But I was wiggling, and I'm sure for whatever reason, and she had her thimble on her finger, and she rapped me on top of the head, and I remember it really hurt. Yeah. But I stood still after that, rather.
Well, she did that to the kids, and Bert talked about that a lot, how she hit them on the head with her thimble.
She always had her thimble on. And then the cinnamon roll story.
But he said she'd do it like this.
Yeah, she probably thumped me. I didn't see how she did it.
It was just a little tap, but to a little kid, she knew it hurt.
I wasn't even 6 yet, probably.
It was
got your attention.
A directive, you know.
I also remember coming out of the kitchen, through the dining room, and I always wanted to kind of glance and see if I could see her with her braid down.
Oh.
Because her bedroom was right off the dining room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And was it a pocket door?
You actually lived there for like a month, was it, or what?
We must have lived there. We kind of lived between Grandma Rokey and Dad's mom when Dad moved us from Arkansas to St. Louis. No, from Kansas to Arkansas. There was a time where we needed someplace to be. Mm-hmm. I think we were back and forth. The kids were probably back and forth.
But wasn't I thought you said in Olathe when Irene had 3 little kids under 4 years old, she moved back with Grandma Rokey for a while.
Right.
While your dad was traveling all
he was
over the
traveling
place.
auditor from Missouri Pacific, and he was never home. And I think
so. You were living there with Grandma Rokey for quite a while then.
That was a different time. That was later.
Oh.
Yeah, there were 2 or 3 different.
But you must have a lot of memories about.
But I was 6 when. I was 6 when we left Sabetha.
I was only there on holidays, you know.
Yeah, my vivid
or Saturday
memories of
nights.
Summer. Oh,
Saturday
my
nights
vivid memories of summer on Viola's farm was when Carrie and Nolan, probably Kyle, you could have been on this escapade with us.
Probably.
We all went out in the field, and we didn't know there was a bull out there. So we were up in a wagon or something, and we all saw the bull, but Carol didn't see it, and we all ran for the fence and got over the fence.
Oh,
and Carrie was trapped in that wagon. It was a broken down wagon that was sitting in the field.
I got chased by cows not far from Uncle Joe Strom's place when Dad was emptying the garbage. He went and emptied the garbage in this gully, and there was all these cows in the field. I started running for the fence, and they thought that I was going to feed them, you know, so they started running after me. I barely made it under the fence just before, and they came skidding up, you know. It was creepy. I was only 5 years old.
Right.
They were big 1,500-pound animals,
I remember bringing the sheep up to the barn with Ray Herman.
Oh, really?
We were staying at Alice's, and I probably was curious, and I liked the sheep. I probably thought they were pretty or whatever, but I remember one was laying down on its side, just bloated, and it had eaten too much, I think. And Ray just kind of rolled his eyes, and we kept going. But I remember, as a little kid, I was worried about that sheep.
Tell your cinnamon roll story.
Oh, so I'm not really sure if they were cinnamon rolls, but some kind of a fabulous yeast dough roll, probably something.
I can smell it.
Iced. Mom and I came in the back door of Grandma Rokey's house there on Main, right? Main. That's the only house I ever knew. And the kitchen was just so fragrant with all kinds of baked goods. But the rolls, I think, were the most desirable.
You said they were all over the counter.
To my little brain, you know, my eyes were probably at counter level. It looked like the counters were covered. And they might have been all laid out to cool.
And then you pilfered one.
So Mom and I split
ate it.
Mom and I split one. I remember it was my mom's idea. I wouldn't have done it without my mom, right?
Right.
And then I don't know if Grandma Rokey was out in the back of the garden and we didn't see her when we came in, or she was someplace not in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Maybe upstairs. And when she arrived in the kitchen, we were in trouble. And I remember my mom... And I remember leaving the kitchen and hearing my mom and my grandma talk about it. But I don't remember the words.
Tell the reason why you were in trouble.
Nobody was yelling. Because Grandma Rokey was selling those. Those were not
Right.
to be eaten. They were supposed to go to wherever.
I didn't know she did. Well, she cooked for that hotel for a while, didn't she, Mom?
That must be. And
Yeah,
also,
but not at that time.
also, I think she just
Hotel
supplied
burned down.
cinnamon rolls to like Bud's Cafe or someplace. Didn't she just supply baked goods
I just
to?
don't remember how that was.
That's what I
I
think.
bet she did. Or somewhere like
So
that.
they were
you know.
that one roll was
But she had
in the
people-
count.
She had people that ordered things from her.
Right, right. Maybe it would have been a church event or something. Yeah.
It's like Caroline Edelman, you know?
You want me to find
We
out?
order things from her, too.
Did you turn it off?
No?
Robin.